Hey everybody. So this isn't going to be the finished video, but I did want to talk about it in a video to try and get some more dialogue or comments surrounding the topic. I've had a few that have responded to my request. We talked a little bit about it on the podcast I do on Fridays with Unforsaken Jay, but I'm trying to dig into it a little bit more and try to reach a larger audience with the conversation. Essentially, what I'm asking is I want to continue the conversation of casual player versus hardcore player. Where do they intersect? Completions and all that. I do not subscribe, and this is the big one that's probably going to get me some negative feedback. So I don't believe in participation trophies. My kids do taekwondo and everything else where you have to earn your advancements. You have to put the time and the energy in to show that you've learned how to do something. So I just kind of subscribe to the same thing. If I'm going to show up in a game and I'm just going to be there, okay. If that's how you want to play it, that's perfectly within your right, but don't expect the same loot that everybody else has. That just doesn't work well for me. So keep that in mind. That is what I mean when I say participation trophies. I've had a few interesting DM discussions about it on Twitter. They were civil, not a problem. They were just wanting to get clarification on that. So please bear in mind when I say participation trophies, it means I don't subscribe to showing up and getting something for nothing, especially in a game or sports or whatever it might be, work or anything. You want to advance, you want to get ahead, you want to get something you're going after, you got to put a little time and energy into it. The other questions that have come up, is there more than just the casual gamer, more than just the hardcore gamer? And one that I just responded to where I basically, it's stated time. Where's the relativity of time? We have casual players out there that spend enough time doing something over a longer period of time to do the same thing and make the same accomplishments that somebody might do in a fifth of the time that they do. So what does that intersection come into? But we hear this all the time. I got somebody giving me feedback on another video. My is light fall to fall or something. And he basically told me I was a whiny gatekeeper, which was fantastic. But I don't think I'm a gatekeeper just because I, again, want, if somebody wants to get endgame weapons from the raid, go learn how to do the raid. But there's more to this than just what I think a casual player is, what I think a hardcore player is, what I think an endgame player is. Is there a completionist player? Somebody just likes to collect things. What is the difference between a person that says or sees a symbol, an emblem, a triumph, a seal, no matter what game we're playing, as an actual reward? Whereas for me, myself, and I look at those as just bling. There's not a real reward. It doesn't impact my gameplay or anything. It tells people, oh, look, he did it day one. He solo flawlessed a dungeon or two. He spent a whole hell lot of time in the game, so he has this emblem. But that doesn't do anything to my gameplay. It doesn't change how I play in PvE or PvP or PvPEV, like Gambit or something, or Endgame, World of Warcraft. That doesn't, I need gear. Better armor sets, weapons, crafted weapons, things like that. Do I have a faster sparrow? Do I have a better ship, a better mount? Whatever it might be, whatever game, a better amulet, whatever. Again, it isn't just to Destiny 2 specific, but what types of gamers do we have? And what do we think their influence is in a game or should be to the game developers, to the studios, the publishers, or to the communities? Now, the Destiny 2 one, we have a very, very unique, well, it's not unique. We have a very passionate set of communities. And they're either at one side or another a lot of times. You got some people that are stuck in the middle, but like Mr. Miyagi said from Karate Kid, you walk on this side of the road, safe you walk on. This side of the road, safe you walk in the middle, you're squished like a grape. that's sometimes how it feels in your in the D2 community. You don't want to pick this side because you agree with some of it. You don't want to pick that side because you agree with some of it. So you're siding in the middle, and then you get just beat down on. I really want to find out what people think the types of gamers are. What is the game developer's responsibility to a consumer? Because there's also a lot of confusion on that one, where I've seen a lot of people defending the game and just saying, I'm just a whiny whatever. And I don't really care about that because, hey, me, I don't really care. But by masking that and constantly blind or defending the game developer, saying, no, so if you don't like it, just go do something else. Well, if it wasn't like that when I first started playing and I first started spending money, why should it be acceptable now? Why should I just say deal with it and let it go? When that's why the games that we play and love, and we have seen over and over the year, more AAA games fail, and have really bad launches because we're just told to deal with it. Well, we'll fix it after it launches. We'll patch it, and they can, ask for forgiveness or whatever it might be, which I don't agree with. I want the product to be right. In a professional world, if I am a consumer and I'm like a business and I'm buying a software package, and that package is for, say, 20,000 endpoints or 20,000 users, it's the same thing as a game, except it's individual consumers. Whether it be Destiny with a million active, well, it's down to like less than 800, 740 concurrent or something like that right now. World of Warcraft millions, freaking Final Fantasy 14, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, you name it, Valorant, all these players as a whole, they form like an enterprise. So you get all these endpoints. So they're buying the software, it should work. But because they're small entities, we're single people or two people houses or whatever, we have a very small voice. We're in an enterprise environment. You can say, look, you're giving me crap product, I'm not going to accept it, give me a refund, or I'm not just going to buy it, right? But if you use that attitude, you get told, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, I've already invested thousands of hours into it and a couple $100. I would expect that. So I, again, would like to know what people or players' expectations are for the game developers and publishers to the consumer, and what the consumer, in your opinion, should expect in return. Where is the trade-off? At what point does the intersection on a graph no longer make sense? So if you can take the time to leave me some comments below on that question or those sets of questions, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, to everyone that subscribed to the channel, I want to say thank you for subscribing and getting me over 1,000. That means the world to me. I got accepted as a partner for YouTube. I'm going to be able to keep focusing. I'm going on to the next set of goals now. I ultimately want to do technical briefs for gaming, as well as consumer cybersecurity for gamers and gaming and a few other things mixed in. And this helps me get to that next part. So again, thank you to everybody for that support. And again, if you want to see more of this, please let me know. Hit the subscribe button. Leave me comments below. And again, please help me define this better so I can come out with a actual broad-based, unbiased video on the types of gamers out there and what we should or shouldn't do, or what we should expect or shouldn't expect as gamers versus game developers. Again, see you all in game. Stay safe out there, and y'all are awesome.